Mile 22 is directed by Peter Berg and stars Mark Wahlberg, Lauren Cohen, Iko Uwais. I hope I'm getting his name right. If you remember, he was the guy from The Raid, Redemption. Yeah. And this film basically tells the story of these special operatives who are led by Mark Wahlberg, and they are basically trained operatives that the government sends in when the military and other special forces fail. They're like the last resort.
They call them the Ghost.
Yeah, and they're able to get away with like killing people when needed and going in to infiltrate and capture people and things like that, and basically to prevent terrorism and all that. And basically this plot deals with Mark Wahlberg's character, who has his team go in to save... where's it at again? It's in...
I see, that's where I could not remember. It was not specifying where the fuck they were at. I'm going to say it's in Asia, because this is more of an Asian country.
Yeah.
I guess Taiwan, maybe, something like that. I don't know. Well, if you guys know, leave the comment and tell us where, or we'll look it up real quick. Because I was actually sitting there, I was like, I don't even think that movie ever fucking told us where they were at.
No, I don't think it did. But basically, they have to go in. If you've seen from the trailers, their job is to go in and take Iko, the one guy who played off of The Raid, in custody, because he has a device that can pretty much cause like global terror, so to speak. And basically, they have to get him from one location to the next. Now, here's some backstory for you. Now, I'm a big fan of Peter Berg, and I've seen a lot of his films. Now, I haven't seen Friday Night Lights or The Kingdom, but...
Which I've seen all of his films.
Yeah, but I've seen the rest of his movies he's done, which he did great with Lone Survivor, I enjoyed. Fucking love Deepwater Horizon.
Yep.
I enjoy Patriots Day, but I did have some problems with it. But overall, I actually find the guy quite a great, talented filmmaker. Yeah. And this is now his fourth collaboration with Mark Wahlberg after those other three films we mentioned. Yeah. And I was really looking forward to this movie because I actually like this idea of these people going in and kind of, doing.
I don't know if it was the story that got me that wanted me to see this. I just wanted to see what it'd be like to see the guy from The Raid in it.
Yeah, because he really got my attention too. Because I'm a big fan of the Raid Redemption and its sequel, and seeing him in like his big like American debut really got my attention as well. And I gotta say that upon seeing this movie, I was seriously fucking let down by it.
Yeah, this movie was extremely disappointing, and I don't know where to begin. So we'll just start off with our pros. I'll start off with my first pro. I did like some of the fight scenes for what you can see. I thought there was pretty good practical gore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Parts.
Especially the detail they put in some of the like people that are injured and stuff. Mm-hmm. Man, Peter Berg really knows how to capture them practical effects. Yeah. And like you were saying, I do like the only fight scene that I enjoyed was the hospital part that you see in the trailers. It's the only one out of the entire film that's actually well lit, and you can kind of see what happens.
See, and they're not doing this like that, and you're just like, you got. Like, there's this one scene they actually have where it's like 7 people fighting, and you can't see who's fighting fucking who. Like, is that the girl fighting that dude, or is that the dude fighting the other dude? I'm like, we'll get to our cons in a minute on that shit, but any other pros you got?
And you're indifferent about this, but I will say that as far as performances, I will say that I did enjoy the guy from The Raid. I thought he.
I liked him.
I did too, and I think
he's the only one I liked.
I also didn't mind Lauren Cohen. I thought that she, out of the team, I thought she was the only one that kind of like had any type of interesting.
I didn't care
part of her, but that's pretty much my only pros, and the practical gore pretty much. Yeah. So now here's where we get to our cons. Now let's go into more of the story, because since this is going to be kind of a spoiler heavy. We'll go into pretty much how it breaks down. Basically, the way it starts out, I have a problem with, because it already starts out where you have Mark Wahlberg's character who's leading his team on this one mission in the beginning.
This is Russians.
Yeah, and if you notice, like at the beginning, most of his team is pretty much doing the fucking work. Besides him, he's just standing out there, just watching. I
didn't even get that. Why he just fucking sat there.
I know. I'm like, why aren't you doing anything?
He's supposed to be this badass or something.
Yeah.
And basically, it goes on to where they end up killing these Russians, and they end up killing somebody like a kid, and he was pretty much last words he said, you shouldn't have messed with me. So there already spoils that whatever happens in this film has to go back to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like that, but on certain films, but I just don't think it cut out with this film, because later, then it goes on to, them doing, like, what was it, 5 years later? Was it
I think so, yeah.
Some shit like that?
Well, it's like, I think it's at least a few years later after that.
Yeah, and then they're now in, like, Taiwan or wherever they're at in Asia.
And in the opening credits, we already get introduced to Mark Wahlberg's character, which this is the only time we ever learn anything about him, because it establishes that
he's got
some kind of disorder where he has to snap like this rubber band on his arm back and forth.
Like ADD or ADHD.
In a way, in the way that he kind of like puts together puzzle piece stuff, it kept reminding me of Ben Affleck's character from The Accountant.
Yeah, but a shittier.
Yeah,
I would give Mark Wahlberg more praise, but if that concept would work, but Mark Wahlberg really plays Mark Wahlberg from any movie he ever played. He does not step up his game and act like he's got something wrong with him. He's just Mark Wahlberg, where he's like, I literally saw the guy in Other Guys and Transformers. I saw that same actor, the same character in this. So don't give me that shit where he goes, well, he was doing, he does it in every fucking movie.
Well, and also with this one,
it's Mark Wahlberg.
And this kind of really, we'll get to our cons later, but that's part of my con I have, is that Mark Wahlberg, I like the guy as an actor, but his performance in this is so fucking over the top and just so
standard
and so generic, to the point that he was actually the one that kept pissing me off throughout, because everything that he would say he would say it in such a condescending dickhole manner that I couldn't find anything redeemable about the guy.
I know, Mark Wahlberg, it was just like last year's Transformers. He was one of the main things I hated about that movie too.
Yeah.
Even though that movie sucked on it from beginning to end. But I'm just saying, Mark Wahlberg, he needs to slow it down a little bit, because, man, kind of getting burnt out on the dude a little bit.
Yeah.
When he plays these type roles, because he plays the same dude.
Yeah.
Like, I love him as an actor, man. I like to see him take on some other challenging roles, but
that's what I'm saying. Because that kind of goes back to his other films with Peter Berg. He showed a lot more range. Deepwater Horizon and Lone Survivor.
I just don't understand what was wrong with him in this movie.
I mean, he was supposed to be kind of a hard-edged type of, leader of the group, and it just...
He's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it comes across as irritating and such, like, you just can't stand the dude.
And then, like, later on, alright, so basically they have to pick up this Asian dude from the raid, and he knows a code that will to this device that will, like, it's kind of like a nuclear war, but like warhead, but it's like more of a thing, like kind of like the, what do you call that, anthrax type thing.
Yeah,
it's like more of a virus thing that could be spread out. And basically, he has the disc, but he's wanted by treason his own government.
Yeah. And
he runs into the U.S. Embassy needing to, say, hey, and you can already say right here that it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a setup.
Yeah, and basically this leads into the only scene that I thought was actually well shot, was where he breaks out of that fucking hospital after he's taken captive, and he fucking kills all them dudes in that hospital room, and they go into detail with that.
Yeah.
Like it goes back to our pros earlier. But then after that, it's self-explanatory. Mark Wahlberg's team has to take him from custody.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Yeah, and they got 22 miles. That's where it goes.
Yeah, and also forgot to mention this. John Malkovich is also in this movie too. He's the guy who's part of the Overwatch group that basically sends in like drones and is keep an eye on them and stuff.
Yeah. Basically, you see that in every fucking movie. You have the guy on the computer with his little nerdy computer teams, and that pretty much is the same shit you see in all kinds of movies.
Yeah, but also I don't know if I've kind of heard a lot of this, and I'm one of those too. Did it seem weird seeing John Malkovich with fucking hair that looked like an obvious fucking wig? It just, I don't know why. I'm so used to seeing him bald headed. It's
how many more of these movies are going to have the guy where he watches over with a team of hackers, and then they're watching this team?
Yeah.
That's literally... and I can name 10 movies this year. 13, last year, and 15... that plot is burnt.
We just had that a couple months ago, or at least a couple months ago with Sicario. They did that shit.
Yeah, well, before that, video, straight to video, demand, Netflix, all, and even other theater movies that we've missed or might have saw we can't think of right now. It's all the same shit every time. Well, anyways, they pretty much gotta go 22 miles to drop this destination point, and this is where the movie is confusing, because you have these guys after him, which are hinting, okay, that must be his government after him because he's wanted by his government for treason. But then throughout the movie, you keep getting these Russians in his airplane.
Yeah,
the thing what kills it is the fact that it's only happens twice in the movie, and it doesn't. It makes the film like, all right, you know it's going to lead to the end because that girl, the woman that's on the plane, that's her son they killed in the beginning of the movie. But other than that, the splotchy editing where it just comes out of nowhere in the movie, that just makes that scene just stick out.
Yeah, while this is all happening, when they're on their way across the 22 miles and stuff, this comes into a big fucking issue with me with a lot of the way it's edited, because Peter Berg, while the guy is talented with shooting action scenes, his fucking shootout scenes and fighting and the way he shoots the action scenes is fucking terrible in this. Now, I'm able to forgive certain movies like, the Bourne series that's able to do like the shaky cam kind of, because it gives it that kind of like gritty type feel where they don't like overdo it they don't overdo it, but not to the point where it's unwatchably bad. This was fucking like, they had no reason to do that approach.
Yeah, this, I will get more deeper in this, on that. But yeah, so we named you guys the pros we had earlier. Now off to our cons. So, alright, my first bitch. I want to get down the line here. I wouldn't say that the performances, other than Mark Wahlberg and some people, was horrible. This movie has a massive chemistry death problem.
It does.
Like, nobody has chemistry on here. It's like a splotch of people that does not work well in this movie, and there's nothing. No, they just don't blend together very well.
And they're giving them lines that you would expect that would be, in like a fun action movie, but it comes across as kind of tonally fucking deaf.
It is, like where they're throwing those one-liners where those guys, the computer geeks, are like, yeah, he's an ass. Oh yeah, he's a major AD ass. I'm like, those lines it's not fit in this movie at all.
It's not.
And they do that constantly. And Ronda Rousey, whatever her name is. Yeah. Her, I expected her to do this because I don't find her to be a good actress. She needs to stick to fighting. But anyways, she was saying lines that I expect to come out like that. And they weren't fitting the film either. Yeah. But another thing I had a problem with was some of the performers, you were talking about, Mark Wahlberg was terrible. Yeah. I thought he was bad.
It wasn't like excruciatingly bad, like say last year we had like Transformers, but it's on a different level where he's so like, he's like chewing scenery left and right with him being so burned out that you really just feel like the guy's in a different movie. Yeah.
But me personally, why I disagree with you, Laura Cohan, I did not like her in this film. I thought she does not blend well with. She doesn't blend with any actor or actress. Not like they all blend with each other, but she doesn't blend with anybody. They kept doing these fucking thing where it was focused on her getting these text messages from her ex-husband. And some little dating site thing, some app thing, and their kid, and they're arguing back and forth over custody. I get that they do that type of shit in the beginning of the film to kind of say, hey, they got a family, but they kept doing it throughout the movie. I'm like, what's the plot of this? What's the point of this?
I missed part of that, but
deep in 30 minutes they did it again. Then 45-minute mark they did it again.
What's funny is that her ex-husband in the film is actually the director, Peter Berg.
Peter Berg, yeah. I don't know what they were trying to tell us there, but
I don't know.
They kept saying, hi, mommy, and the dad's like, yeah, you gotta pay me child support or some dumb shit. And then, like, 5 minutes later, she's like, it keeps showing, like, a bunch of scenes where she's texting him, and she's like, fuck. I'm like, it's just not blending with this movie. I'm like,
I think that's more of a problem with the way the writing on that part, because despite, I mean, yeah, I agree. It helps too that a performance out of someone can cause damage with that, but I don't know. I guess seeing her kind of playing an approach like she was off of Walking Dead, it's kind of refreshing to see her in a movie like this.
Oh, it is refreshing
to see her, see like a hard edge kind of take on like that.
I just think that she's got a little bit more acting.
Yeah, I got you.
She's not there yet, but she's close.
Yeah.
But I also had a lot of issues with like I said, I like the fight scenes, but like we were talking about, the shakiness of and seeing who's fighting who and who's getting shot is fucking crazy, because you're like, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's like, God damn. I'm like that. I'm like, I started getting a headache, man.
Oh, I
thought my head was spinning. I ended up having to crack a beer open because it's like, because I was at the drive-ins and you can't leave. I was like, I almost wanted my girlfriend to go get me a fucking aspirin because I was having a splitting headache, and it just wouldn't. And overall, the story was just fucking boring. There was nothing
to it. And we got to talk about this, because this really, was kind of questioning me at the end. Now, basically, you have it to where when they finally get him, they actually are able to get him to where they need to go and everything. And this is after pretty much all of Mark Wahlberg's team gets killed off, including Ronda Rousey, which that was actually kind of a,
Thank you.
Yeah. And they start whacking almost all of his team off, and basically it's only just him and the other girl, him and Lauren Cohen, that escort him to the plane where these Russians are. And then it basically does like a plot twist on us, where you find out that the guy from the raid, is actually fucking on it the whole time, and that he was part of the whole plan, because the Russians that are inside that plane, they had their son who was killed at the beginning. They wanted revenge.
And they hired him.
Yeah, and so
he used to work. And he was an orphan in Russia, so he has a lot of ties to Russia.
Yeah,
but and it's funny the way they played off. Like they came up with some good twist ending, like Saw or something.
Yeah.
Or Upgrade. I'm like, dude, I knew that.
Yeah.
I fucking saw that. Fucking 10 miles away. It wasn't even funny. I was like, oh, that's it. They're gonna twist it. Yeah. I was like, seriously, what? It's like one of those films that, I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. I'm making this cool plot, and it's gonna twist in. It's gonna blow y'all. No, it didn't.
No,
man. That movie.
Well, even from the trailers, I kind of had the vibe that he was gonna fucking turn. Because you had this guy that's basically escorting stuff. The way that he's kind of pulling things along, it's kind of obvious he's gonna fucking turn on him.
I know.
And the fact that the movie sets it up for a sequel.
Oh, what? Okay. Here, let me ask you this. That's another fucking plot hole. Whatever happened to that plane in Lower Cohen?
Yeah,
that just fucking.
It's not explained. Because they're leading up for a sequel.
Yeah, a sequel that won't happen because this movie was fucking not good. It was bad.
Yeah, if it does maybe, but I don't know. Whatever they're doing with it, because I also heard that they're planning on doing a web series of this as well, like a spin-off about a different type of team or whatever.
Well,
but
can you think of any other?
Overall though, that's really the basis. We pretty much exhausted.
Like I said, it was the most standard, generic plot on the planet. But yeah, overall, this movie was not good at all. It wasn't.
So with that, I'm gonna give this a disaster rating on the Film Phreeks meter.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a very, 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 very low on the disaster rating on Film Phreeks meter.
Fair enough.
This movie, if it wasn't for maybe a couple little things like that, I like the guy from the raid so much. I actually kind of enjoyed them.
I know. I kind of wanted to see more with him.
I would have gave this movie a flat line.
Yeah, because because this movie actually makes me hope that he gets more roles in the future that are for better projects.
And while we're on the note of this movie, to me, this is Peter Berg's worst movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this kind of tied. I don't know which is worse, this or Battleship. I'll have to really think about that. But overall, yeah, of the films that he's done with Mark Wahlberg, this is his worst. Definitely.
Yeah.
So with that, yeah, that's pretty much our final thoughts. For those of you who have also seen Mile 22, let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. And if you like what you see here, you can feel free to like and subscribe to our channel and check out more of our other reviews here on our channel and our website at filmphreeks.com. And we'll be seeing you in our next review. We'll see you later.
Later.